Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maisha Kramer and I'm a mom and doula living in NYC, sharing birth stories and other education about childbirth and breastfeeding. Today's guest is my amazing client, Princess, and we had two births together and we're going to talk about them today. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. So we got so much to talk about today.
I literally just drove by the first where he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just drove by it.
So you've been all over today. So you're already getting to the birth locations, but start with if you'd like to introduce yourself, your name, where you live, where you're from, what you do.
Okay, I'm Princess. Where do I live? I live in Brooklyn, New York. What do I do right now? I'm unemployed.
Hold on a minute.
uh,
Huh? I'm working. Kids. Go ahead.
so I actually was looking into dental hygienist. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be a dentist,
Mm-hmm.
but um, because I've been out of school for so long, my credits that go for science are expired. So I have to do that all over. And then what else was the other question?
I think that's it. I think we got it. You
Okay.
know, anything else? Hi, honey. So how old is he now?
Enam is two, going to be three in August.
So big. He's so tall, but just like you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How
Mm-hmm.
tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, you're a big girl. I am too, but you're a little taller than me.
Yeah, I got some height on you.
I'm usually taller than everyone, but not everyone, just most folks.
I know all my friends I'm taller than sometimes, and all of them are older than me, and it's just like a little
Mm,
shorty.
yeah, little people, little people.
Mhm.
So going back to 3 years when you got pregnant the first time, what were your concerns and what made you choose the birth location you chose and which place did you choose?
So my concerns were Black mothers not getting the appropriate care that they're supposed to in the hospital scene, and as well as the children being affected from that, the babies, when they're born. Um, my other concern was not being treated the way I wanted to be treated, like being heard or, being having the freedom to, if I want to close my eyes for 2 seconds, or if I want to stand up and have the baby instead of laying on my back, if I wanted to be in the water, or. Um, but my main concern was the lack of the what is it? The lack thereof. Um, Black mothers not being properly taken care of, and hearing about too many deaths and too many complications at the
Hmm.
birth. So it's simply because they weren't being heard. That was my main concern. So I was like, I would never go to the hospital. And what brought me to the water birth scene was my aunt, who lives in London. She used to talk about it. She never did it herself, but she used to talk about it. And in Europe, they are known for having like a whole midwifery hospital, mainly midwives, and then the doctors just come in to check or whatever. But that stuck in my mind for like ever. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I have a baby. So when I got pregnant, I automatically was like, oh, I'm going to a birthing center. I looked for the birthing center, which was Brooklyn Midwifery and or Brooklyn Birthing Center. And
Hmm.
they had a location also in the city, which is where I had my son.
Right. And what some folks may not know, may or may not know, is when you choose to give birth in an out of hospital birthing center where you have a lot of choices. You can, move wherever you want. You don't have to be hooked up to anything. You could give birth in the tub or the pool,
You could
but
eat.
you could eat, bring a lot more support, folks. You're not capped at two people. And but the big catch for a lot of people is there's no option for an epidural. There's no epidural. So how do you feel about that?
I was happy See, my mom always told me never get an epidural, never get an epidural because it's gonna make your back hurt when you get older.
Mhm.
Um, and I just didn't want to do drugs, so I knew I could do it, and I did it. So it was quite fast. I do not remember when I went into labor. I remember like around 10 p.m. my mucus plug. I went to sleep. I was having like slight pains in that day, right? And like 9, 9 or so, I went to sleep. I was like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. And at 10, I woke up like I had to pee or whatever. So I got in the shower for some reason. I don't even know why I got in the shower. And my mucus plug came down. And I called you. And he was like, no, give some time. When the contraction starts coming like every few minutes, a little closer to each other, then call me and start heading to the place. And an hour later, it
Mhm.
started coming faster. So we got on our way to the city by one. I think we got there like 1 o'clock.
Mhm.
And by 4:50, what was it, 4:50, 4:53, I think, Enam was born.
Mhm.
And oh yeah, so they have an option for gas nights,
Yeah.
and I asked her for so long, and baby was like, no, it's not time yet. You still got some time. You still got some time. And I was like, no, I want this. They were like, no, you still got some time. And
Mhm.
next thing you know, his head was out, and I couldn't get it no more.
Yeah, we usually don't expect a first to be that quick. So, but a birth is gonna do whatever it wants to do. Everyone's body's
Yep,
different and every
yep,
birth.
yep.
Mhm.
Fast. He was really fast. Came out screaming. I was screaming, and then all of a sudden he was screaming.
Mhm.
Come all the way across the phone. He's still loud.
And then when you got pregnant again, you
I
chose
was,
again to not have a hospital birth, right?
yeah, yeah, I was for sure like, oh, I'm gonna do it again. I was
Mhm.
excited to do it again, sort of. But went to the Brooklyn Birthing Center again, even though there's new nurses and everything, new people, new midwives. I was so excited, and I got close to a bunch of them. And when the time came, same situation at night.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, she took a long. This one took long to come. I think she was like 42 weeks already, right? She took long to
Yeah.
come. I went out that night because she was taking so long to come because I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna dance her out. We walked everywhere that day, that night, and 11 o'clock, it started. The contraction started, and 12 o'clock. I think I got to the place by 1 o'clock, and well, those contractions were way worse than the last one. Those were no joke, no joke whatsoever. Like my water broke at the center, and she came at 5:14.
Mhm.
So yeah, another quick one.
Yep.
I don't feel like it was quicker,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like it was quicker, but it was so fast.
And you
It
had
was
her
a
in the tub.
lot.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not a tub, it's like a bigger tub. It's like a hot
yeah,
tub. Mhm.
yeah. That one was definitely, yeah, definitely had her in the water. Maybe that's why it was a lot more. I want to say less painful at
Mhm.
that moment, like when the head came out,
Yeah.
the shoulders. But then again, I know she also has her shoulders are not as broad as his was. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
it helps a lot, like, as the vagina opens, being in the pool helps a lot.
that was very. Oh yeah, because I couldn't wait to get in the pool. It was
Mhm.
like I took water. Water soothes the
Yeah,
contraction.
it helps so much.
A lot much.
You would?
It's
I would too. I would totally have some more, but I'm not.
yeah, yeah. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't even want to have sex. Like that's how done I am right now.
She's like, "No, thank you."
Yeah, don't touch me. I'm good. I wonder if this is what happens to most women.
Sometimes we go through that phase and then we're done. After I had my second child, I was like, okay, that's enough.
Hmm.
Huh?
Were you done with sex too? Because I feel like I'm done with sex, like period.
Right after you're really not in the mood and you
Mm-hmm.
have, you're being touched all day, because you're
Hmm.
holding babies and like you don't need any more touching and cuddling.
Hmm.
What's hot is to be not touching anybody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like nobody
yeah.
touched me. I've been hugging and cuddling and nursing all day. That's enough.
Hmm.
That's enough hugs and kisses.
Seriously.
Time to just sleep by myself with nobody touching me. So back when, how did you hear about doulas?
Um, Let me see. I think I heard about it through the birthday center because then, which was right after COVID, but we were still in COVID time. They were like, you need a doula, and they didn't want too many outside, like your family, like one other person could have came, but they wanted you to have a doula. So that's how I wound up looking up a doula, and they had a service or a
Mhm.
company that they worked with or organization actually
Mhm.
that they worked with that introduced me to you.
So did you like so before you had the experience, did you understand it?
Not necessarily. Like I think I've watched some videos, but not necessarily. Like I see, yeah. So I watched some videos of a water birth, and I would see the doula there, like encouraging the woman and helping push and stuff like that. So, Papa,
And how would you describe it to someone that hasn't ever had a birth or that has had a birth?
I would describe. How would I describe it? You see, you're hurting her. You have to relax. You have to relax. You hit her head. It's okay. I would describe, how would I describe a doula? I would describe a doula as your mother, but not your mother, because your mother is gonna be like where your doula is like, they're more supportive. They go by your pace, but still encourage you to do what you gotta do at the end of the day. So I wait, wait. Um, I feel like they're more of the peaceful state of the whole birth. They're the peaceful version. Like I had my mom, I had my aunt. My aunt was like, I'm screaming, and she's like, stop screaming. Hey Jesus. Which helped out, but it was like, you're annoying me right now. Get out my face. Whereas you were there like, okay, okay. You you gotta stop screaming because it's not good. Like it was constructive criticism in the nicest way possible.
So you gave birth twice without epidurals, and I think a lot of moms who are hoping to, give birth without an epidural, but they're afraid of the pain. What advice do you have?
What advice I have for somebody who
They
wants to give birth?
really hope to, they want to, but they're afraid of the pain and it hurts.
The pain is worth it because once that baby comes out, you forget about the pain for a little while. But most importantly, you will not feel pain from the epidural later on in you.
Mhm.
So it's worth it, and it's not that long. I mean, depending on how long your birthday.
Yeah, it depends how long it goes.
It's not that long. So endure it. Because
Endure.
it's way worth it. The pain is way worth seeing your little baby come out, you know, knowing that you went through that for this little human. It's something to remember. And then you could use it against them when they get older. You know what? Hanging out with
Yep, yep. And how does a contraction feel?
horrible. Horrible.
Yep.
Horrible. It's worse than giving birth, I feel like. I feel like it's worse than
It
I
is
feel
the
like
hardest part.
yeah, I feel like it's the hard part of the whole situation. Like what they say they have this thing called the ring of fire.
Mhm.
That part of giving birth is, I mean, the contractions is way worse than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the head coming out of you, it's the everything up to that. Yeah, it's all that's the hard part.
Oh my god! Because once the baby's head come out, everything else is good.
Yeah.
But that contraction, like, why do you have contractions?
So your cervix can open up
Got you.
on the inside. Mhm.
That's the part. You not step on your sister. That's the part that is painful. Yeah. All right.
All right, so that's basically that. Thank you for your interview.
Okay. Anytime. So when we gonna
So much.
schedule our next one?
Oh, you want to do more? All right, we could do more.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
could
yeah.
do more. I need to edit this, but it's gonna
She's
take me
not.
a few days. I have someone
Go
being
ahead. She's
I have a client being due tomorrow, so I may
and you're big. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Sort of.
Mhm.
How do they do the induction?
Usually Pitocin and a balloon,
Oh, okay.
and
That's fun.
then probably the epidural because it hurts way worse.
Um,
Mhm.
no, you're being too rough.
Okay, Mama. Thank you. I'll see you.
Okay, bye. Thank